all that.
Sure.
All that.
I remember. You know, Doodle God or like Doodle Jump and what was like Tiki. Do you remember it was like a game where you had
Temple Run.
No, it's Temple Run. Yeah, no, but it was like a game where you could have. Did you ever have the games on your iPhone? Did you ever do?
Didn't? Yeah, no. It took me a while to get an iPhone, but I had an iTouch before I had an iPhone.
I had an iTouch too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I got.
And it had there was like a little.
Watched my porn.
In your twin bed watching porn on your.
I had the Brazzers app.
Crazy that they had apps for porn. Who on earth had the Brazzers app? The fucking Pornhub app. That shit's crazy.
How being so ballsy as to be like, yeah, no, this is you're scrolling through your phone with your friends. You're like, oh, that's my Brazzers app. But they had the apps where you could it was like a hidden calculator. Did you ever see those?
Oh yeah, I knew guys who used that.
It was like a calculator where you could type in a code on the calculator and it would be
and then it went into
guys would store nudes.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
I was in health once and this dude, Big Mo, came up to me and was like,
of course it was Big Mo.
Come over here.
Of course it was fucking Big Mo.
And he goes on his phone and types in the thing into that app and then showing me all these nudes of these girls in our grade.
What? That's crazy.
And he was
you told me about. I remember you told me about this.
And he was like, "Yeah, look at this." And I'm like, "Great." Like, cool. And then I walked away because I was
oh my God,
this is weird. I was
which
I've never talked to you. But, we're not friends. And you're
fucking
just
Big Mo. If you're watching, fucking Big Mo.
Which is crazy because you were like an RA. We haven't even introduced who you are. First of all,
I can't tell where the cold open is.
We've got plenty of different ones if you want to do. Hey, welcome back to the Bells and Whistles podcast.
Ryan Quigley, E for Birdie. We're back again. Thanks so much for watching. We have a very special guest.
Very special guest. Devin James Araujo.
Araujo.
I was too scared to ask how to pronounce your last name.
It's fine. Araujo. It's like
I wanted to throw
Araujo in Ecuador, but Araujo is. Yeah.
No, that's great.
All right.
A filmmaker,
writer.
Yeah.
I'd say comedian. Would you say comedian?
Yeah, I think so.
I'd say comedian.
Yeah, comedian and amongst friends.
Amongst friends, but
not
but also
strangers.
Amongst strangers.
Soon to be amongst
He's
strangers.
very serious.
Tragedy amongst strangers.
Just a disaster.
No, but also you're like something of an animation fiend along with me, and you have right now possibly the coolest job in the world. We're going to tease you guys. A lot of people have said
we're doing a lot of teasing lately.
A lot of teasing. People have said that we're cucking the audience. I got told that the other day.
Said that?
How?
Who said that?
The other day. I won't name names.
But
we were
trying to cuck them.
Yeah.
We're like teasing out information.
It's a power play.
But
that's how we roll.
You were an RA at the time when Big Mo was going around and spreading nonsense around.
No, this was
no, you weren't.
I was gonna say there's no way
this
that was
was
a
in high
college
school.
thing.
Oh, okay.
This was my junior year in high school, I think, or senior year in high school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was health class. It was so
terrible.
Weird.
That's terrible.
And there was there was one time where he was like a big dude, Big Mo. And,
I can't imagine he was small. It'd be really funny if he was a small guy.
Small Mo. But there was one time he stood up and he was showing the teacher something, and then he fell and ripped his pants, just all the way down the butt.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
But
was he a fat guy?
He was big. Yeah. Well.
Because you can be a big guy and not be fat.
He was fat, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was
that matters. That matters.
Yeah.
But
that's you always talk about.
There's a list. One day I'm
nightmares.
gonna write a book. It's gonna be the 10 fears of being a fat kid. The 10 because man, there's so many. But carry on. Go.
And so he wasn't even phased about it because everybody respected this dude, and he was the class clown.
Oh.
And so we did it, and everybody was like, "Oh my god!"
Good for him.
Imagine that's the kind of you don't get that respect outside of high school.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if you're a grown ass guy and you're just oh, I'm a jokester. No, people would rip you apart. That's something back then. We had at our school we had our own kind of Big Mo-esque guy. He wasn't showing nudes of other people, but he would go up and he'd be like, "Can you check this out on my phone?" and you'd come over and it'd be a picture of his dick.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was a yeah. It
You
was
ever participate in that? Because there's a genre of guys who have no problem showing their dicks to people, and I don't fall in that category.
Me neither.
I couldn't be.
I think it's pretty gross.
I think it's pretty inappropriate.
A lot of this stuff is criminal behavior, as far as I'm concerned.
I had a friend in middle school who would just like poop and then like send pictures to people. Of
Hate
the
that.
poop.
Hate
So
that.
gross.
I'm in a group
but
chat that does that occasionally, and I
Disgusting.
resent it.
I have
every
way.
goddamn day. Hate
there
it.
was
Hate it.
in my town there was an abandoned Catholic school right across the street from me, and
Sounds like bad news.
and we were like,
Why was it abandoned?
I don't know, shut down like
okay.
years before I was born or something.
Somebody
and then-
pooped in there. You know?
No, but so my house is literally like right across the street from it.
Yeah.
It's not there anymore, but back in the day we were hanging out there and stuff, and my friend at the time, he was like, man, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I was like,
Oh no.
walk to my house right across the way,
Hate.
and he just pooped behind a tree
Despise.
there.
That's
Oh.
horrible.
and then he picked the poop up with a stick
No.
and threw it at the abandoned place, a window.
I can't.
And then
I'm imagining it breaks
then-
the window.
it was no, it was so disgusting. And then he comes and then we walked back to my house because he has to wipe.
I thought that was the start of a new sentence.
Oh, no.
And I was like, whoa, this guy's insane. He did that next.
He was so gross. And then there was one time where our other friend, he never hung out with us, and we would always
Sure. Doesn't sound like a friend.
and we would always be like, "Oh, come out!" And he'd be like, "Oh, play Xbox, I'm doing this, whatever." And he was sleeping, and we had like a way to get into his place, and this was like 8th grade, and so we break into his place, and my friend,
This is New York City?
no, it was
Oh, you grew up in Jersey.
Jersey, in New
Okay,
Jersey.
all right.
And so we go, and my friend takes a shit in his bathroom and then leaves.
This is crazy.
And so we get a call later, and my friend's like, "Did you take a shit in my bathroom?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did. You
I would
you didn't come
never
out and hang
speak-
with us."
I would never speak to somebody again if they did that.
It was middle school. It was crazy.
I don't know. I think I'd have a degree of respect.
I
think
respect him and always
think
do.
about the tactical skill required. That should be a mission in fucking Assassin's Creed. Are you kidding
Break
me?
into this person's house.
Yeah, it sounds crazy.
It's crazy.
was
Also,
wild.
you're really burying the lead with like, and we had a way to get into his apartment. Into his house.
I think his door, his back door was just always unlocked,
Yeah.
Okay.
and there was like a staircase that led up to it, and so we just walk in. Sometimes.
So it wasn't like an underground
out.
tunnel.
No. Nah. We
Passcode.
didn't have to like pick up a sewer drain or anything,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
No, that would have been
and
true.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle it.
Yeah.
I would have liked that.
That'd
What
be fun.
college did you go to? You were in RA.
School of Visual Arts.
Okay. How were you in RA for all 3 years or just?
All 3 years. So
Yeah.
I was my freshman year. I couldn't be one,
Yeah.
and then and so
Me too.
Yeah,
I was
it
the
was-
same. St. John's University, baby. I have a script about being RAs. I should send
yeah,
it.
I know. I
I read it. You
yeah,
read it?
Yeah, remember?
I guess I've been sending it to fucking everybody.
I don't remember.
I-
He was
I
there
was at
at
the
the big
reading.
reading.
You were at the reading.
I was a dude who was typing up all the other stuff.
Holy fuck!
I did all
yes.
that stuff.
Oh my god!
That was
so
that was
long
really
ago.
when we peaked.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all been downhill from here.
It's fucking true.
But you actually didn't have like you actually had like a fun time doing it.
Yeah,
Like, you didn't
no,
have
I mean,
scary stories.
Yeah, no. I mean, compared to you, like, I remember hearing some
plenty.
stories that you told.
Oh, my God.
And it's horror stories. Like, to me, the worst thing that happened maybe was, I don't even know, this girl, like, accidentally cut herself with a knife. And then,
That sounds pretty scary.
and then we're like, oh, we're going to call 911. She was like, no ambulances. Because she was international. And so she didn't want
Really?
all the bills or something because
Oh.
it
If
was,
you-
it was
my
wild.
God,
I have
it's
a strict
crazy.
butt.
no ambulance rule.
No, but
Yeah.
you know what they do? Because like you have to go through a gate.
Sure.
After 10 o'clock or whatever, you have to go through a gate to get into St.
okay,
John's,
gotcha.
right?
Okay.
And so, and they would be manned by a public safety officer. And if they, for any reason, thought you were too drunk, so you're stumbling, God forbid you throw up or anything,
Yeah.
they call an ambulance for you
Really?
and send you to the hospital,
Oh my God.
Wow.
right? and you're obviously on the hook to pay the fucking ambulance.
Yeah, of course.
And
Right.
those things are crazy expensive.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, God forbid you get a poor kid who had one or two too many shots. Is there $1,000 in debt because a public safety officer has no fucking heart? You know what I'm saying?
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how they treat people. But I'll save it for my tell-all.
For your tell-all.
Yeah,
over
being,
it there.
like being RA in like the city was just, it was fine. Like people have just other crazy stories, but I have a specific thing that happened where all of my residents were friends.
Oh well, that's
in my third
kinda
year.
nice,
They were all
right?
friends.
Yeah.
but they were loud, so loud at night.
Terrible.
And they would all just hang out in the common space.
Yeah.
And I like had their phone numbers and their Snapchats and everything, so I would message them and say, "Be quiet. It's after 10. Please be quiet." They'd be like, "Okay, haha, whatever, Dev." And I'm like, "No, you have to be quiet, or I'm gonna write you guys up." And it was, oh man.
Terrible.
And there were so many times where I'd be trying to go to bed, and they'd just be laughing and joking and watching TV and everything.
See,
and I'd go out there
it's
in my
true.
pajamas, and I'd be like, "You guys gotta be quiet right now, or I'm gonna write you up." Like,
I'm
go to the
imagining-
basement, literally. Like,
I'm imagining you in like the Christmas Story, like pink
Yeah,
bunny
for real,
onesie,
yeah.
coming out. You guys, I would have to get this hard.
Yeah, kind of reminds me. One year as an RA, there was a suite full of friends. Everybody was friends, but there was one guy who was a Chinese sort of exchange student. He's from China.
Yeah.
He spoke very little English.
yeah.
And his thing was that he would smoke cigarettes in his room, not weed. He would smoke cigarettes in his room.
Classic.
And the guys were like,
Cool
"I
guy.
feel bad." They're telling me, they're like, "I know we drink and party sometimes, but it's just like, we're not smoking cigarettes indoors at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Can you do anything?"
Yeah.
And I don't want to get this guy in trouble, so I would try and talk to him. And I'd be like, "Hey, man, not getting you in trouble, but do you smoke cigarettes?" The room reeks of cigarettes. And he'd just be like, "No, I don't know what you're telling me." And this would happen like once or twice a week. And like one time there was smoke in the room. I was like, "You're telling me you don't smoke cigarettes?"
He's got it in his
No.
head.
He's like,
No, I don't.
He's like, "I'm telling you, man." One time I saw him outside. He was smoking a cigarette. I was like, "You're not bringing that in the room, are you?" He's like, "Absolutely not." It's just like, and what am I supposed to do? And I'm like, "Guys," he says no. He says he doesn't do it.
Get me a picture. Get me a picture. I need proof.
I need pictures of Spider-Man.
Pictures of the smoker in 11B.
Yeah.
But you have to think, like you both of you are so like conflict averse and so kind of just like, let's just be nice people to one another. I can't imagine you guys ever having to like bust people's balls and like
I never went out of my way. The one thing, like, you have a meeting at the beginning of the year, and I said, "Guys, the one way to piss me off is making me do my job. I do not want to do a single thing." And I seldom did. I never did anything. And because you sit there like this.
Did you ever have to write anybody up?
I don't really think so. I mean, not really. There was just all these like weird things were just happening. Like there was this one dude who would just sleep in the common areas for some reason.
Yeah.
And we'd have to be like, "Yo, you gotta go like to your room. You've been here like like why are you on
you
this
doing?
couch
Yeah.
and like near the ping pong table?" Like it doesn't make any sense.
That's our character Meyer. And
And it was just,
It's true.
I didn't really have to write anybody up. I don't really think, but I don't know.
I don't know how I would ever do it.
I felt very blessed to be an RA because like my junior and senior year, we were in the brand new place.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
And so it had like a movie theater room and a gym and
Oh,
laundry.
wow.
And so me and friends would always just go in the movie theater room, sit on my laptop, and just watch movies and play like Mario Kart.
That's
most
fucking
nights.
awesome.
It
That's
was
fucking
so much
awesome.
fun.
No, it's true.
It was really
it's true.
cool.
And also just like,
I went to the American Academy of the Dramatic Arts.
For how long?
For a month and a half.
That place is trash, bro. I worked there.
did you really work there?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
It was my last job I had, and I was a stage manager for
No,
and
they
it's just a
bailed
shit
on
show
you.
the
over
drama
there?
showcase.
And it's just
Yeah.
shitty.
They bailed on you over there. They bailed on you worse than I bailed on
I
them.
literally like had COVID, and then they were like, oh yeah, we don't need you to come back because you missed too many like rehearsals and stuff. And they still paid me, which was fine. But
Okay,
but,
well that's
like,
nice. But then you wanted to come see it.
Yeah, exactly. Because we were working on this drama showcase for like a month, and it was just
Yeah. You should tell
weird.
You should tell the audience here
The people.
about your new job because you have quite
Yes.
possibly one of the coolest jobs right now.
I'm working as a board operator on the brand new Stranger Things experience.
The Stranger Things
It
experience.
opens on the 20th, I think. I don't know.
Does it open? Does it
Yeah,
open on the 20th?
It opens like officially on the 20th. But,
Okay.
Like, it's a soft opening right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Because that's like I wasn't sure if it was open yet,
Yeah,
but
no,
for people to
yeah.
explain
The
what it
people.
is, what even
Yeah.
I kept
It's
saying
a
it's like
br-
an escape room, but it's
a
not.
brand
It's
new.
not.
It's a brand new Stranger Things story. So
Okay.
it has like all the characters in it and everything, and it's very. And you go through like the Hawkins lab.
And you like
That's all I
walk,
can
yeah,
do.
like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
walking
Yeah.
through
And
and you're interacting with
it's not like a
things.
haunted. It's you
It's
don't
not
wanna,
like a
you
scary
don't want to
thing.
call it like a haunted house,
Yeah, no.
but it's like a 4D. It's like an experience.
Yeah, yeah,
it's a
yeah.
It's a 4D experience where like you interact with shit
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Right?
And
Yeah.
it's, if you like the show, you're gonna love this.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. It has a lot of cool merch and
a lot of-
things. It's fun.
It's
cool.
really
That's
and
badass.
you're like they're kind of making the
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
effects go off,
Yeah,
right?
I'm in the
Behind the
back,
scenes.
like pushing buttons to make like stuff happen.
Puppet master.
Yeah, I'm a puppet master.
I wanted to tell
Yeah.
in not just in that, but in all aspects.
Yeah,
Pulling
it's
the
everything.
strings.
Pulling the string.
Master manipulator.
I wrote the script.
I
wrote
wanted to
it.
tell you because me and Ryan were supposed to go.
I got caught at work.
Former Bellhop alum Sebastian is also working this job.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
guy.
so he got
Friend of the
us
show.
a friend of the show. He got us tickets for the friends and family night. You couldn't go because you were caught up at work. So
Yeah.
other former alum, Sasha von Didkovsky,
A friend of the show.
friend of the show,
Von
came with me, and we walked through the experience together. And I'm not going to spoil any of the experience because it's not right. It wouldn't be right of me.
It wouldn't be just.
But there's a moment in it that I think you're going to laugh at me with,
Okay.
where me and Sasha were there, and they kind of break you up into groups, right? And you're kind of navigating the whole thing as a group. In our group, it was me, Sasha, and there was a girl that both of us thought was very cute. We were like,
Yeah.
oh, she's really cute, and we were kind of like being like, okay, go talk to her, go
Trying to talk her up.
go talk her up or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And we were like, do you like Stranger Things? Like,
You like Stranger Things?
do you like Stranger?
What's your take on the Demigorgon?
I haven't watched a
do you
damn
think?
episode of the Stranger Thing. Like I'm calling it the Stranger
The
Thing.
Stranger Thing.
So I don't.
It's a shame because I think you would like it if you gave it a chance.
I think I probably would too.
But you're just not going to.
I'm probably not going to.
I like to say that I'm not a fanboy, but I totally am a fanboy.
You watched
like,
everything,
I like
right?
Stranger
like
Things.
like I did an RA event once on Halloween, and we watched the whole second season in one night. It was from like 7 p.m. to like 5 a.m.
What?
It was great.
Wow,
That sounds
that's
cool.
very cool.
My
In the
big-
big theater. That
My,
like, I
my
was
famous
bragging about.
event was it was titled Bacon and the Office.
Oh, that's so.
And we watched I made bacon and we watched The Office.
That's
And that was
amazing.
it. I got credit for it.
And now it's called Bells and Whistles.
I had an event called Milkshake Monday, and I just made
You see, that's a good.
milkshakes
That's good.
in the common area, and I had like vegan milkshakes and like all this stuff, and
Wow.
and I used like 2 blenders, and I was just like going ham making these milkshakes,
Impressive.
and it was
Impressive.
great. I had
That's
like
great.
25 people come, and they were just like chugging out milkshakes for an hour.
You see what
No,
we're
you
doing
see-
here? We're cucking the audience.
We're cooking. We're cooking. We're cooking.
I know everybody at home
I was
is
gonna
watching
go into
it.
a tangent of
Continue.
me frying bacon.
We're
going-
gonna
you're
get to
right.
that.
We should-
But we
we
gotta
should-
tell a story.
Yeah, let's get it out of
Stranger
here.
Things. Me and Sasha are going through the experience. It's just me, him, and this girl that we both think is cute. And I haven't watched any of the Stranger Thing, any of Stranger Things, so I don't
Not
really know
one
what to talk to her
single
about.
Stranger Thing.
The strangest thing. I'm like talking to her. I'm kind of like, well, what do you like? What is all this? Is this like, is this what the show is like?
Strange is this? Come on. You think this is strange?
Is this crazy?
This is crazy.
What's going on here?
And then we find out that she's actually part of the experience.
No.
You knew from the that when I was talking.
Yeah.
We
Sasha
so
told me.
funny.
Sasha told me.
Yeah.
She was part of the experience. Like she worked for the thing.
Yeah.
I think you should tell the spoiler.
I'll tell the spoiler.
This one thing is so super fun
tell
because
the
you've already
spoiler.
told people what happens.
Yes,
in a
exactly.
way.
If we can't use it, we can cut it out. I don't want to spoil anything. But there's a
fun adventure.
there's an amazing moment. We were like sitting around and like we're gonna get taken to the next area, right?
Yeah.
Because we're all superpowers. I don't know what happens in Stranger
all
Things.
superpowers.
We all have superpowers. You know, mine is I can go like this. And so we're moving into the next area. And at the beginning, they say like, "Oh, if you want to like leave, you know, just raise your hand, and we'll get you all on your way." So we're leaving, and we're like, "Come on, let's go to the next thing."
Come on.
And the girl is
Hang out with us more.
Yeah, hang out. And the girl is like, "Actually, I'm going to go." So she raises her hand, and the doctor like comes over. And he's, "Are you sure?" And she's like, "Yeah, no, I don't want to hang out with these creeps anymore."
These guys are being
These guys are harassing me.
These
I
guys
want to
are,
leave
like,
this.
I
They
thing.
keep
gotta
talking
get-
about their podcast.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave. And he's like, "Okay, if you will." And she's like signing the papers that apparently she needed to sign papers to leave. And the guy comes up and he like tasers her.
Yeah.
And she drops to the floor. And I was like, "Oh no!"
Did you actually was that your reaction?
I
How did you actually react
when
to that?
she went over to him to sign the paper, I was like, "Oh, like I hope we didn't do anything, right?"
Can I get your number?
Sasha said he was going to leave. He told me that. He was like, I had half a mind that I was going to tell you like this is stupid. I'm just going to go with her.
I'm following. They
Um,
probably have like a script for that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like someone wants to come with them or something. It's like no.
No.
Fucking
But she and then what gave it away was the guy has to like time the taser effect with like your music effect or the sound effect, right?
No, it's like we have to time it like with his. So like
Okay, sure.
he does it and then we click
So
and then it.
he came over to her and he was like like he like totally set it up that we were all seeing it.
Yeah.
Wow. And like also
it's like a movement.
Yeah, like shame on us because me and Sasha both just stood there watching him about to tase her.
No, but you
Yeah.
said Sasha was going to defend her.
Sasha said to me like if I was just a tad more convinced that was real, I would have gone and defended her.
Hey man, why'd you do that, man?
What gives, man?
Hey, what?
That would have been
That's so
great.
funny.
That would have been great. Sasha gets arrested for punching these actors.
No, there's a funny moment before that where he like screams like, wait, right?
Yeah.
Stop.
He's like, stop.
Yeah.
You're taking this very
What?
seriously.
Wait. He's
Yeah.
like, you gotta sign papers. It's like, and then he whispers like so quietly, you gotta sign his papers. Yeah, let's do it right here. And then he goes for it.
That guy deserves some kind of award.
There are different,
because he's
like-
taking it so seriously.
There are different doctors.
Oh sure, of course they probably switch
so,
him
like,
out.
What did your dude look like? Because
It was kind of like he was a white guy, gray hair, kind of.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
kind of that guy.
I went through experience too, so it was like
You know what?
that was my dude as well.
But Sasha,
So
this guy was like seriously like, you guys don't know. You have to understand. This is a crazy anomaly. Everybody in this room has powers. It's crazy. And he like comes up to us and he's like yelling at us. He's like, "Do your psionic beams!" And Sasha is like crying. He's laughing so hard.
He was telling me that because the things are like for one group it's like this,
Yeah.
and then for another group it's like holding your hands out like this.
Yeah.
And then for another group, it's literally just this. It's just like, I don't know if the camera can see me, but it's like hands at the hips, just like this. And I was like, what the? It's so like.
It's like, blue team, do your pelvic thrust.
Yeah. It's like, it's so stupid. I'm like, God.
My gosh.
But it is. I recommend if you can go, if you have the expendable income, do it and don't even watch Stranger Things.
Yeah,
like
just
do
go,
like
just
me.
go.
It's so much better if you don't know if you don't have any idea what's going on.
Because
It's
you'll
so,
be
fun.
you're gonna be so confused. You'll be
Yeah.
like, who are these children talking to me right now on the screen?
Yeah, and you
They want to.
yeah.
Yeah, like what's going on?
they have like a trivia thing afterwards, and where they're like they had like you could do a scavenger hunt thing, and you could do trivia
because they have a
afterwards.
little hangout area.
Yeah.
After you said. Yeah.
And you the kids will pop up on your phone and ask you the question, like the little Dustin or whoever his name is.
Yeah,
Dustin
sure.
checks in.
Yeah.
Dunstan checks.
Millie, Billy, Bobby.
Yeah,
whatever.
he'll show up on your phone and be like, oh, tell me what kind of shirt was I wearing in season 4? I don't even know. Season 4 is the one that's coming out. What kind of shirt was I wearing in season 3 on this episode? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'll click this one, and you can tell he even kind of thinks it's a little silly because when you do the wrong answer, he's like, "What are you, stupid?"
Oh my god!
What the hell?
I mean, don't insult me.
Yeah, and then
Dustin?
I got the right one. I kept doing it, and I got the right one, and finally he's like, "That's the wrong answer." Gotcha. It actually is the right one. You did it.
I feel like,
and I was like, I don't like this kid at all.
I feel like everybody on that show is just over being on that show.
Sure.
It's just
Because think about the percentage of their life that they've spent.
yeah,
in
because they started out as
production for
kids.
that show.
Yeah, and it was so much fun as kids probably because it's wow, Stranger Things and everything. Now they're in
And I'm sure now they're all damaged from growing up in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Sasha was saying that.
Yeah,
we
he
walked
was
out,
saying,
and he said this was really fun, but I just keep thinking about those children.
no one looked like they were having fun. It was like them just being there's Demogorgons. Oh, you have to save them. Do it now. Come on, do it now. It's what?
But I mean, imagine how frustrated they were when they realized that this was written into their contract and they had to take a day. Wait, I have to take a day to do what?
Another thing?
Wait, no. So is it like a haunted house?
Stranger thing?
Wait, so it's like an escape room?
Yeah.
No, not really. Okay, whatever. Which shirt did I? Of course they're pissed off doing it.
Which shirt did I wear in this scene?
I'm telling you.
In season 2.
Dunstan is the one. I don't know what his name
Dustin.
is. Dustin.
His real name is Gaten Matarazzo, and he's from New Jersey.
He's from New Jersey.
Oh, really?
Okay.
100%. Yeah,
Jersey boy.
There was a big thing about how one summer he was working at the Jersey Shore as a waiter.
Yeah.
And it was
how
he was on a talk show or something. I think it was Jimmy Kimmel, and he was like, "Yeah, I worked at my uncle's a place on the beach, and people kept on recognizing me sometimes."
Oh.
It was it was fun. And I was I don't know. I guess he wanted to work. Right?
I was like,
Get the
you
experience.
really don't need to do that.
Yeah, I know.
Buddy,
Yeah.
your parents, you had a Netflix deal and you were 11.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. But
But imagine how adorable it would be if you were at a restaurant and your waiter was 11 years old.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is he must have at least been 14.
and you still tip him like crap.
I'm like, this is really cute, but fuck off.
But
Fuck you.
my tiramisu is cold. Is tiramisu supposed to be cold? Or is it
Totally.
hot?
Yeah, I think it's
I
cold.
don't
Is
know.
it fun? Maybe
Yeah,
It's
you want
hot.
cold.
My
It's
tiramisu
hot.
is hot.
My tiramisu is hot.
But
Oh my god, that's good.
It's a very
The,
cool job.
yeah, it's fun. I was gonna say, I saw an article heading. I only read article headings these days. I don't really
You don't
read
need any more of
articles.
I
that.
can't read.
Yeah, exactly. But
can't
but the Stranger Things show premiered, and it was all the kids there,
Yeah.
and the article title was Millie Bobby Brown unrecognizable as a blonde at Stranger Things premiere. And I was how did you recognize her then? She's so unrecognizable. How are you writing this article?
How did you
And
know it was
was
her?
Sounds pretty recognizable.
I hate
to
all
me.
those horrible titles of
No,
like
yeah, like the
unrecognizable
TMZ,
because she's
the
like
tabloidy.
they're wearing different shoes or like
Where it's like, or like maybe they hit puberty. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like
And
maybe.
I'm like, oh, she has bangs. Like you can still see her face.
It's so
Still
like,
definitely her.
you're talking to the clickbait guy. You know, you're
Yeah.
talking to the guy
That's
who
a hobby of
loves.
yours.
It's a hobby of mine finding clickbait articles. But it is it is kind of scummy, don't you think about it?
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day. But of course,
I
how
always-
else are they going to get
It's
you
a
to look
business,
at it,
baby.
You know?
Yeah,
It's showbiz.
I keep seeing like more article titles on like crappy Jack Nicholson movie finding new life on streaming service. Click now, and it's
wow.
like this movie that was made like so long ago or something. Like
Right.
They're
like a crappy
tailoring them
movie.
to you because
Yeah,
they know
yeah.
you like movies. They
I
like,
guess, yeah. It's like
crappy-
Netflix,
yeah.
like
That's
this
how they
crappy
get you.
sci-fi movie finding new life, like blah blah. And I click on it, I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this. But
It's annoying, but like, think about it. Think about like, how else are you supposed to get people's attention these days?
yeah.
How else are you supposed to do it?
yes,
You know,
sex
there's so much.
appeal.
Everybody, when you have to wade through 500 fucking bells and whistles podcasts, like how the fuck are you supposed to get people's attention?
Do you think people?
Exactly.
Do you think, as an outsider, Devin, do you feel like people are sick to death of this show?
Of this show? No way. No way.
Well, they certainly are.
This show's great.
This show's on the other.
Love this show.
Love this show.
Love this show. I'm gonna tell to Millie Bobby Brown when I see her next.
When she shows up at the
Is that her name?
experience.
Millie,
Yeah, Millie
Bobby Brown is
Millie
her
Bobby
name.
Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown. You're welcome on the podcast, Millie.
Yeah, yeah.
Anytime.
Come on.
Anytime. I like your bangs.
Wait, Millie Bobby Brown wasn't the one. This is another reference that people aren't going to get. But like when you were reaching out to get people to do Res Life, that you didn't reach out to Millie Bobby Brown over Instagram. You did.
No, I did.
it was
Maisie Williams.
Maisie Arya
I did
Stark.
Maisie Williams.
Yes.
The New Mutant.
Yeah.
The New Mutant.
No, I don't think she's right anymore. I don't think she's right anymore. So it's no longer on the table, Maisie.
It's no longer on the table.
Take care. Thanks for watching.
She
5
was
stars on Apple.
She was about to reach out too.
I
Poor
know
thing.
she was. She's not right for the part anymore. Sorry, sweetheart.
What about the that girl who was in the kissing booth?
Oh,
Joey King.
Joey King.
Joey King.
Joey
Oh,
King.
sure. Yeah.
I'm a big Joey King fan.
I like Joey King.
I don't think I've
she
seen
was
her in
too
anything,
good.
but-
She was too good in what's the TV show where she kills her mom? She pretends to be in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
and kills her.
yeah.
She was too good
What
in
is
that.
it? The Act?
Is it called The Act?
think it might
with
be
Mama
called-
Rose or
no,
something?
I'm
Mama
not
Rose.
sure.
I don't
No,
know.
that one she's
know what
very
you're talking
fucking good.
about,
She
but
she
I
creeps
haven't
She's creepy.
she creeps me out.
I'm a big fan of Kissing Booth, but
Oh,
only
yeah?
Kissing Booth 2.
I haven't seen
This
one or
was-
two. I'm waiting for 3.
I haven't seen Kissing Booth 1.
I think I've seen like maybe the end of the second one,
Sure.
Well,
and it was fine.
you would appreciate this.
It was okay. It was
was
an okay
okay.
movie.
You would appreciate this
What a
because
review. New segment with Devin Araujo. 1 word reviews.
Yo, name movie. Let's go.
for I think it was like maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, for Gus's birthday, we're all hanging out, and then Dad was like, Gus, let's put on Kissing Booth 2. That's like a movie you would like, right?
Your dad said this. Reed said that.
Yeah, he's like, let's put on Kissing. I think it would be fun if we all watched Kissing Booth 2.
Okay.
And we like put it on, and
My issue with your family is I want to say for a fact that not one person in the room was actually on board with that, but you all went along with it probably.
Dad was he really thought it would be fun. He was
Okay.
like, this is what the gals watch these days. And he put it on, and Gus, like, after like 5 minutes, Gus and Mom are like out of the room, and it's just me and my dad watching Kissing Booth 2.
And you had never seen Kissing Booth 1.
No, neither one of us had watched Kissing Booth 1, and we're both
Dude.
Both start crying.
No, he said to me, he's like, well, how do you think they're going to keep that? He's like, how do you think they're going to stay together while they're doing a long distance?
Did he pause it and say that?
No.
Oh, that was the funniest thing. If they were like, "Wait, so what do you think's gonna happen at the end of the
Let's
movie?"
make our guesses.
That's a new. That's so.
He's like, so, like, how do you think? And I was like, Dad, I don't know.
Dad, I don't feel like we should be talking about this right now.
I genuinely
And you were like,
don't know.
"Shh, shut up." I gotta watch the movie. Dad.
I gotta watch the movie.
I can picture Gus just like halfway through that movie just being like, Dad, you ruined my birthday. And just walked out of the room. And her mom's like, oh. And then goes out
This
there.
happens every year.
Every year. Every year.
Every year trying to watch Kissing Booth 2.
That would be great. If it's every year for her birthday. All right, it's time to watch Kissing Booth 2.
And we never finish
Yeah,
it.
we never finish it.
Never.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I think this is a good opportunity to talk about. Well, how far into it are we? How much time are we in?
What do we got?
Do we have
We got 37 minutes.
37 minutes? Let's
37
do
of
a
them.
little segment, and then we should do our quick fire questions for him. We should do it yet.
You want to wait? You want to do a segment?
Not a segment. Well, I was going to ask.
wanna
We're going to talk about because I know I said you should come in prepared because I know you're a big fan. You're a big fan of a lot of different kinds of movies.
Yeah.
But
Movies and TV.
But one thing that we consistently talk about is that you wish that the Amanda Show had a little bit more love.
Amanda.
Yeah,
The Amanda Show.
That show is insanely fun.
Amanda Bynes. I hope she's okay. We've talked about Amanda Bynes. We
she
talk about
is-
Amanda Bynes once every 2 years.
She's doing well.
Is
She doing okay?
I think she just graduated grad school for makeup or fashion, I think.
Oh.
And she's married or something, or is getting married or something.
I mean, bless her heart, but
Sure,
she needs to be working makeup these days. She was Amanda fucking Bynes.
I know. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what happened.
well, what happened?
Amanda,
What happened?
you always have
Can
this
we-
place
the-
at Bellhop.
Get some context.
I read
What
I
happened?
read an article.
Yeah.
I didn't read the title. I read an article.
I skipped the title of this
I
one.
read yeah. The title, I have no idea. I know every word that's after it.
Yeah.
No, but I read that after she shot She's the Man.
Okay.
She didn't like the way she looked as a boy or something.
Okay.
And so she got really depressed and started doing bad things.
It set her over the edge.
And then that's why
Huh.
I don't even know what bad thing she did, but it might have been
I remember
a
she
Britney
was-
thing or something.
I think
not
she had
sure.
a drug thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
I mean,
I remember she
but
was
that whole
like-
era. That whole era of
Everybody was
TV
going through
children,
something.
Yeah, yeah.
that Nickelodeon and Disney crowd, that
Yeah.
era. There was no regard for their mental health or
Yeah, for
upbringing.
sure.
They were just cattle. They were
Yeah,
just fucking,
which is crazy.
Studios.
Yeah, no.
But which is crazy.
Because they were superstars.
Yeah,
But
yeah. But she's so funny. She's
she
great.
was so funny on that
Hilarious.
show. So I'm saying, if we were to get, she signs on. She signs on to do it again.
Because she watches.
She watches. She's listening.
She listens.
She signs on to do it again, and we get you $75 to make the to reboot
$75.
to reboot the show.
$75.99.
$75.99. Now you get the budget that you need to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
the show that you'd like to do.
What is it?
If you were to bring it back, would you change things? Would you make things different? Who do you cut? Who's off the roster?
Right off the bat,
Excuse me.
Drake and Josh off it.
No way.
Drake and Josh are off.
Wow.
Not even Josh.
Not even Josh.
I mean, I know Drake's
Why-
in trouble.
Drake,
I watched
Drake,
a video.
We denounce Drake.
I watched a video about how Josh wrote a script
Yeah.
about bringing back Drake and Josh, and apparently the script was about how Josh was a successful person in society, and Drake was just a piece of shit. And Josh
Wow.
wrote this whole thing, and it was all about it was just targeted at Drake at being you're a piece of shit. Apparently,
Did they always
There was,
never get along?
yeah. It's this whole video I watched, and picks apart their relationship, and they weren't really friends in real life, and it was all fake and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. And then there was
but yeah.
there was the beef where Drake wasn't invited to
Yeah.
Josh's wedding.
Yeah, because they're not friends at all.
They never were.
Yeah, they were never friends.
That's great
And
because
so-
you were they were
Yeah.
so convincing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Drake.
Hug me, brother.
Yeah, Drake and Josh is a great show. It's really funny.
Yeah,
For sure.
but you don't think they don't belong on Amanda's show.
They don't deserve to
You don't need that
to be
energy
on
in the
yeah.
locker room.
Yeah, you don't need that. No. And there are so many other funny people that you can get on the show.
Yeah.
Like get the mom back on the show. She was pretty funny.
Keenan and Kel.
I was gonna say Keenan and
Well,
Kel.
no, that's
Keenan and Kel.
all that.
Yeah,
but we could have
Yeah,
a crossover,
for sure.
perhaps.
You
Yeah.
buy him out.
buy him out.
Money
I
talks.
guess so. Maybe I don't know.
Well, Keenan just got canceled. The show Keenan.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Well,
good.
because of course
It
it
was
did.
just
Because
hor-
of course that was a terrible show.
Horrible show.
Of course it was.
I watched the first episode and it was so it was like about Keenan, and he had these 2 daughters, and the wife died, and he was like a morning show host or something.
Okay.
And
But he's a morning show host?
yeah, like a Good Morning America type thing.
Okay.
And he was like one of the people in the in the 4 person
like the
cast.
panel.
Yeah, like
yeah,
panel or something.
Whatever.
And he like couldn't get over his wife's death. And so the first episode was him just being like all sad and everything, and then he's like, "But I got my family," and then he was fine or something, and then that's the show, and it goes on, and like he's dating again, and his daughter and his cousin, and it's
I'm sorry.
so
What
is
strange.
that?
I'm sorry. I cannot let that impression of Kenan Thompson slide.
Hey guys, I'm Kenan Thompson. How's it going? It's me, Kenan Thompson. Catch me on Kenan and Kel.
Like he's Michael Jackson. It's Mike Tyson.
I'm Kenan.
It's me, Kenan Thompson.
Kenan
Kenan, baby. You're
I
welcome
can't
on the
imagine.
podcast anytime.
I can't imagine him doing anything dramatic, and maybe that's just I'm underestimating his
No,
abilities.
of
I
But
feel
course
like
not.
he's so funny, and I was watching all that, and there was an episode where he dresses up as the Tooth Fairy, and he's in a pink dress and a blonde wig, and it's the funniest thing. And like he almost calls the kid like a motherfucker. It's so funny because he's like the kid is like barraging him with pillows.
Yeah.
and he's like, "You mother!" and they just like get to him on the ground. It's so funny. Oh God,
No.
Keenan.
Okay.
I don't really watch Keenan and Kel, but like
yeah,
I love Kenan and Kel.
it's funny. Yeah.
those
Love
2 guys.
Kenan.
Are
Orange
love
soda.
Keenan and
Orange soda. Kel
love-
Mitchell.
Kel loves orange soda.
Kel.
I hope he's doing okay. I don't know what he's doing with himself.
He was
Yeah.
on Game Shakers, which was a show created by Dan Schneider.
Oh yeah.
I remember
But
Game
before he got
Shakers.
fired.
Yeah,
He was on that show, I think. And then I don't know what he's doing now, but he's like
they fired him.
I think he might be a
guess so.
pastor or something, honestly. I think so, maybe. He's always posting about God on his Instagram. So I was like, God is good. Check out my new book.
That would be
He might
a
have a new book.
huge reversal. I'd be that was the last thing I thought you were going to say.
Really. But back to the Amanda show.
Yes, back to the Amanda show. Again,
Yes,
more
the Amanda
cucking
show.
on our
Okay,
part.
Drake and
Yes.
Josh gone.
Drake and
Kenan
Josh
and
is
Kel
gone, are gone.
perhaps. Who's
Perhaps.
next?
I think like we'd get new characters. I mean, I feel we'd have to get Penelope Tate back, which was Amanda dressed as another
As another girl.
being like, I need to meet Amanda. I have to meet
Yes.
Amanda.
You got to have
I remember
that.
her.
Gotta have her.
I think you got to expand
Got
on her
that.
even.
We need more of the. Yes.
Yeah.
We need an origin story of Penelope
Origin
Tate.
story of Penelope.
Penelope Tate. How she becomes obsessed with Amanda.
Who's the chick who always said, "I like eggs"?
Oh, the girls' room.
Yeah,
And,
the girls' room.
It was like I'm blah blah, and I'm popular. And it's like I'm blah blah, and she was like the bad girl, and she'd be like, I'll beat you up.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I'm blah blah from Tennessee, and then it'll be I'm Debbie. I like eggs, and she's so stupid the whole show. It's oh my God. And then they just like bring in guests and just put their head in the toilet.
Did they ever come back to those
Yeah.
characters? Because I
Yeah.
only remember them in one episode, but
They would do that. Yeah,
Okay,
a
they
lot.
would come
Yeah,
back.
like,
That'd be a sketch.
It would be fun when like they would do those things where it was like oh, like all these people are trapped in the bathtub, and the first person the last person there wins like $50,000, and it was like Debbie from the girls' room, like Judge Judy,
Sure.
Yes.
Totally Kyle, and then like a dancing lobster or something, and then like each show could be like, oh Kyle, there's a guitar over there. It'd be like, what? And then he'd go and it'd be like, oh, I'm out, whatever. And it was just like stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
But we got to bring back those commercials, those like crazy commercials for like products. Those were the
That's what we tried
funniest
to do
things
those
ever.
on this show, and we couldn't.
It's just because we're too lazy to
We're
write
too
them.
lazy to do it. But
I
I know
oh
what you're
my
talking
God.
about.
There was one where it was like this girl had a big pimple on her nose, and it was like, oh Dana, you're gonna come with us to the party? It's like, no, I have a huge pimple on my nose. It's like, oh, just wear like this hat. and the hat like had a crazy guy on it that like that distracted the person who you were talking to, and it was called like a crazy hat guy or something.
I remember that.
And it was so stupid. And it was like Drake Bell would like walk up to her and be like, "Oh, how's it going?" He's like, "Oh, you're Pimple." He's like, look at me. Blah, blah, blah. It's like just like he would come out and do all this crazy stuff. He's like, whoa. He's like, yeah, you want to get a milkshake? He's like, sure, yeah, that'd be cool. And like, as he's looking at this dude, like this small tiny guy in the hat.
That's such a funny.
It was a really fucking funny show. It was a really fucking funny show. I forgot about it.
Dude,
they should bring something back. Absolutely. That's why I'm disheartened that why doesn't Netflix pick up the Amanda Show and show reruns for the people?
It's not in the algorithm.
I guess it's not in the.
Well, they're up, but their stock is plummeting.
They're on Paramount Plus.
Wow, is that true? Are you lying?
I'm not lying. It's,
wow,
that's
you would
how
know
I
where to
watched
go.
it. Yeah. It's Paramount Plus has all the Nickelodeon like stuff. It has like all the
old schools,
all the Nickelodeon shows. But Netflix just got the Fairly Odd Parents show.
I heard about
is that.
That
new one though?
No, I don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah.
The new one looks like hot garbage.
That's crazy.
That's a Paramount Plus original, and it's like Fairly Odd Parents, Fairly Odd, and it's like half like live action.
It's like half live action.
Yeah,
I hate that shit.
That's
it's
unbelievable.
So
I hate that shit.
I can't even. Okay, but
and then we could talk about the Drake Bell, Fairly Odd Parents ones.
Oh, that one was. That was.
There's three.
horrendous.
There's three.
It's
There's three.
shocking.
There's
Yeah.
That's so shocking to me.
Yeah.
When like Drake Bell has some of the strangest career choices.
His resume is a real roller coaster.
It's a real. Do you remember when he did superhero movie? Do you remember
I love
those
that movie.
superhero movie?
I love that movie.
No, which one?
It's
is
like
this?
when they, like how they made Scary Movie 2, and all
Yes,
those.
yes.
They did superhero movie.
It was like Leslie Nielsen's like last.
Yeah, it was like his last thing in there.
Last thing.
And I get clips sent like on YouTube recommended to me all the time.
Kevin
from that.
Hart is
And-
in it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some hilarious stuff, but I'm always like, this is crazy that Drake is in this.
There's a part where he's like, spoofing like the Spider-Man thing, with the blood.
Yes.
When he's on and it's fucking piss.
Yeah, it's a pee, and it's just like floating down. It's like, and there's like a sprinkler on the ceiling. He's like, interesting,
I loved those older movies.
dude. Like date movie with like the cat shitting for like a minute and a half, like on the toilet. Like, such a crazy.
But see, this is what I love about you is that you're like wholeheartedly like those are the fucking best movies.
It's just like stupid. Like no one can see the beauty in them,
Right.
because of their like, oh, this movie sucks. It's made to suck, but it's just like it's just
If you have to
like,
enjoy what it
yeah,
gives you.
yeah.
Take what it gives
Like
you.
there was like Epic Movie, which I love. That was
Epic
like
movie
the
is crazy.
that was like the what is it the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The,
Yeah, and they got
Narnia spoof.
Pirates of the Caribbean. That was a close one to my heart because I love that.
And then the Disaster Movie.
I never
and
saw
that's-
Disaster Movie.
That's rated like one of the worst movies ever made, like of all time. Like it's
Okay.
like literally like Kim Kardashian was in it. And
I remember they had the Kardashians.
That one.
horrible. That movie was stupid shit.
Let me have you while you're here. While you're here talking about horrible movies that make strange choices and changes. I asked Sasha beforehand. I was like, "What's something that we could talk about that would get all of us kind of heated and laughing about it?"
Like
and he
us?
said, us three
okay.
here."
Gotcha.
And he said, "You got to bring up Jurassic World around Devin."
Okay.
Because you don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
It's just that Sasha hates the movie with a burning passion, and you were always.
I don't have I just think it's funny because like I thought me and Sasha had a little like thing going of like I would post on his Facebook page like all the trailers that would come out for it, and I'd be like, "Oh, can't wait to see his movie with you." And then he'd be like, "I hate you so much," blah blah blah. But now he's like, "I don't even care about it anymore," and I'm like, "You're lying. Like you hate this fucking movie, dude."
But you haven't seen it. Like whenever we
course
do the
not.
movie talks, I know it excludes you. But there's a moment that I want to talk about from
Okay.
that movie that I think you will appreciate.
All right.
In that, in the first one, when they have the babysitter. Do you remember the babysitter that's like taking care of like the two? They don't even need it, but like the kids that are going on the
This is the first Jurassic World.
The first Jurassic World.
Yeah,
right.
I haven't seen it in so long.
Okay,
yeah.
but they have like they assign this lady to be like she's gonna be their caretaker, right? And you're like, okay, that's like a decent part or whatever. Disappears. You don't really see her again for a big chunk of the movie because there's dinosaurs, whatnot. Next thing that happens. Dinosaurs are let loose, and you see her running around with like the kids. And it's like, oh my god, this is terrible. This is whatnot. And then she gets picked up by a pterodactyl and like torn apart.
Hell yeah!
It's crazy, and like she's like, oh my, like it's like unbelievable. Like you would have thought that she was like the villain of the movie. How much time they're spending on this character that had one other scene, and her like she gets dropped down from a thing, and a giant shark comes up and eats.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that scene.
I don't know what reaction you want me to have because that's something totally you and I would write. Like 100%.
It was just like. It was just this moment where I watched it and I was like, did this character have like scenes that were cut that like justified her being treated this way? And I don't ever hear anybody talk about it.
Maybe they have to just make it clear that dinosaurs don't play games. Dinosaurs are really scary, and they will kill you.
They will kill you.
If they had a chance, they would. They wouldn't.
Dinosaurs.
It's like dinosaurs don't play.
They don't play.
They don't play.
The only other thing is like the thing that makes it doubly funny is immediately before she gets torn apart.
Sure.
There's this guy who's sitting and you see him like in the foreground of the shot, but he's not like supposed to be the focus, I don't think.
Okay.
And he's got 2 margaritas in his hands. And the raptors are running wild in the background, and he's just like, I gotta go. Like picking these up and walking away with it.
He's just like, speed walking.
I feel like Sasha gets more mad at me, not because of Jurassic World, but because I unironically like the Minions.
Oh, that's big. You know, you're a big Minion guy.
I'm a big Minion guy.
I've always said that they're hilarious.
They're so stupid.
I never knew that you were like a genuine fan of that.
I think Minions, just as a concept. I haven't seen the movie, obviously.
Okay.
But I'm saying
you're not a true fan.
I'm not a true fan, but I think Minions as a concept, the little fucking thing, like I think those things are fucking so funny. Are you kidding me?
I saw the first,
and they talk to each other. Are you kidding me?
I saw the first standalone Minions movie, and I almost cried at the end. Honestly, 100% honest. I got chills at the end. I was like, what is going on with me? I remember where I was watching it. I remember how I was feeling while watching this movie.
Well, you see, I don't want to disrespect it now. It feels too sacred.
It's so
I don't
funny.
Want to be
like Sasha's dad actually hates that I like the Minions more, and so I send him stuff on Instagram of Minion stuff, and he always responds with like, "Gross. I hate this. Like, devil." I'm like, it's so funny.
I wish I had that relationship with your dad, where I knew one thing about him and I could send him stuff over Facebook.
He hates it. He hates the Minions.
I'm trying to think of something. I don't have anything to say. Really just baseball clips. Old like sports plays. Famous sports plays.
Baseball clips.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy. Well, should we move in now that we know a little bit about your fan of the Minions?
Sure.
Let's get a little quick fire.
Because everybody wants to.
People want to know about you.
People want to know about you.
I know a lot of people that really do. They're just like, I want to know more about it because you're a mysterious guy.
You really are. You don't. You seldom share about yourself. Just go with the bit.
I'm an open book. Ask me.
All right. So the way it works.
Ask me in the comments. Anything.
right?
Yeah.
Is I'm on. Shout out to randomwordgenerator.com. They have a section called Random Question Generator.
That's true.
Where we type in 10 questions. I say I want 10 random questions, and I press generate. It gives me 10 questions. And we try and go through them as fast as we can. Rapid fire.
All right, I gotta get ready.
The punchline is we've probably done it like 10 or 12 times
They're
now.
never rapid fire.
Never. It's always a 15-minute segment.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So take your time, but
But if you can, it could be fun if you
it might be
quick.
good. Ephraim starts clapping. My mother says
She
that
hates this.
She really despises
She
it.
really hates this. I'm not going to do it. Elizabeth,
No,
I'm not going to do it.
I think you should do it every
I'll do it
other
one
time.
more time. That's
All
it.
right.
That's
Just
the
you
last
just
time I'm
watch.
going to do it.
You just watch.
She said you should come up with a new thing. I said you should have a little kazoo next time. Because I am collecting little
Elizabeth,
stupid
I'll come up
toys.
with a new thing. I'll quit the podcast.
You should make the dogs angry and just get a dog whistle.
Oh, that would be fun.
And then when people watch the podcast, it'll be like their dogs will be like
Their dogs be like this. And all they hear is...
hell yeah.
There's plenty of dog whistles already.
we dog whistle. You guys know what we're really trying to say. All right, Dev, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Generate questions. How much damage could your best friend do to you if you ever had a falling out?
Oh my god, what kind of question is that?
Probably a lot because he's my best friend and it would just be very sad.
That would be terrible.
No, I think the
One of my oldest friends.
I think the honor of the question was like, could they get you fired from your job?
Oh.
Or could they get you canceled? I think that's the case. But that's
Maybe.
a heartfelt answer. I don't want to change it. What do you think would be the worst thing about being famous?
Walking out of the bathroom and having your picture taken.
Yeah, there you go.
Immediately out of the bathroom.
Immediately after a
Yeah,
poop.
immediately.
What is something that someone does that will immediately turn you off?
Play with their food.
Wow.
Really?
Gross.
In what way? In what
And
like?
just like
Sorry, I know this is rapid
just
fire.
like just like playing with their like food like with their hands because that's happened to me before on a date. It's gross.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't appreciate
I'll do that. I'll do that all the time.
Yeah.
What are the
Spaghetti in my fingers.
What are the top
the
3
pen tricks.
characteristics you feel are important for a person?
Top 3.
Top 3.
Charisma,
Boom.
humor,
Oh, wow.
and empathy.
That's
Empathy.
big. Those are good ones.
That's
Those
powerful.
are really good ones.
I like that.
I think that's really good.
What's your current golden rule when it comes to living life?
Make money, fuck bitches.
Wake up and say, oh, my dad told me this and I'm forgetting. I'm doing the best I can. There we go. Yeah.
That's great.
I'm doing the best I
I'm
can.
doing the best I can.
I like that.
It was like 6 words every morning. I'm
doing the best I can.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
I
a
was
really
like,
good-
I was like, why was the math?
No, no.
I didn't get that, and I was waiting for an explanation.
yeah.
6
So
words.
I,
6 words.
I was like, did you have a rhyme in your head?
5 new haikus every morning.
What's a situation when you look back, you should have gone ahead and done it?
Oh.
Your mom.
Your mom.
Sorry, mom.
I don't, probably.
I don't think you live with a lot of
I
regrets.
don't really live with a lot of regret. I mean,
You're allowed to say that if you want to come off as a badass.
yeah. It's okay.
I don't have unbelievable regrets.
I don't know. Let's come back to that.
Yeah, we'll come back to
I'll-
it. We'll come back to that.
I'll think about
What are some things? What are some things don't you understand about the opposite sex? A little clunky, but what's something you don't understand about the opposite sex?
This is,
Man.
this is really when you get
Probably
yourself
like-
in trouble.
This is when we really dog whistle.
It's gonna come out weird, but like I don't know, like smells, say like perfume, cologne.
Perfume
Oh.
choices.
Yeah, I
perfume
guess.
choices.
perfume
Yeah.
choices,
I could agree with that. I don't understand a lot of that.
Yeah.
But I
I
just
just
think some are good and some are bad.
I can never smell anything. I think I think I think it's because I got COVID.
Even as COVID fog.
Yeah.
What's your plan for surviving a zombie invasion?
Oh,
Oh
I'm sure
my
you got a good
goodness
one.
gracious.
You got a good one, I'm sure.
Just get a group, get a good group, high ground,
High ground.
and
I think
Ammo.
and stick together all the time.
Wow.
I think we'd get
I'm a
a
big
lot
Walking Dead fan.
we get a lot of plywood and we put it across the roofs of buildings.
Oh
We
yeah,
break
oh,
in. I
yeah,
think we could
it'll
totally
be
do
like
that.
it'll be like yeah. Parkour.
I learned how to do a parkour tutorial.
Do you have any secret hobbies?
You can say minions if you want to.
No. Secret hobbies. Oh my god, it's not really a secret. I like
He's an open book.
I guess this is probably not what it's called, but like it's like Chinese juggling sticks.
I know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
the fucking...
I can do that real good.
Wow.
And then
That's like hard.
It's fun. Yeah, it's cool.
That's
like,
badass.
It's like that, and then I can do the bow staff stuff, which is fun.
Wow.
You are prepared for the
are
zombie
secret.
apocalypse.
Yeah,
With that
that's
Chinese
dope.
juggling.
The last question is too good, so let's go back to the regret one if you have an answer. If not, we'll skip it.
Probably just like, I mean, probably like reaching out to somebody and like ending a friendship, I guess, like in the past.
Yeah.
You know,
I respect it.
That's a respectful
I respect it.
one.
It's
That's a
good because the
one.
last one, and I'm not joking, I refreshed it on accident, but the last question was, do you have a special project that you're working on? Which is a beautiful transition.
That's a good
into
transition
what
into what we were going to
But
do.
that,
Here's
let's
some
do the
plugs.
applause for the.
Let's come
just
on
throw
now.
that anywhere. Right?
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm doing it
Thank you,
quieter.
thank you.
Yeah, that's powerful.
There you go.
Thanks.
That was very good. That was
Yeah.
some of the best answers too.
I think
you.
that smokes everybody out of the water. I think
I won.
in your online war with Sasha, you could throw it in his face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Might have rivaled his.
I won. Sasha Von D. I went viral. I'm a comedian. Yeah, whatever. We get it. He's gonna get so mad. He's that bad. He's gonna get so.
Well, why don't you tell us, like, as we're wrapping things up, right?
Yeah.
Let's get some plugs in there. What are you working
Look
on?
into
What do you
the
want
camera,
people to
tell
look at?
everybody what to look for, what to wait for, something you're proud of. Just say it to the people.
Well,
Do you want people to follow you anywhere? What do you want to
you
do?
can follow me on Instagram at Devinisms, DEVINISMS.
Link in the description, of course.
Yeah,
Come on,
link in the
boys.
description. You can follow me. I don't know. I have a YouTube channel that I upload to occasionally.
Yeah.
I want to upload some more stuff in the coming days.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's coming.
yeah, I'm writing a book or something. I want to start.
You're
this
writing a
new
lot.
thing.
You've got
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of really cool projects.
I want to start this new thing where I have help writing a book like through Instagram, and so it'll be like chapter a week or something. Like like that. And so
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing that soon. So hopefully,
that's really cool.
I get all that. So it will be a very like, I don't even know, like not immersive, but like
chapter a week. had
collaborative thing.
T-shirt a
Like,
day.
Crowdsourced.
You did T-shirt a day
Yeah,
too.
T-Day was wild. Yeah, that was crazy.
That's big.
Well,
should we
yeah.
should we plug your girlfriend Anna has her comic stuff
Yeah,
too? We should plug.
Anna Campy. Why did I say her last name?
Yes,
Whatever you-
why not?
Yeah,
Say why
whatever.
not?
Yeah, her thing is at Comic Book Heart, and she also has a Etsy shop where she makes a bunch of cool earrings and like little trinkets and
Little
stuff. that-
doohickeys.
It's very cool.
That's Anna Louise Treasures on Etsy. So you can buy all the
That's
stuff.
pretty
and
cool,
everything.
man.
I thought it was very cool because I started reading. I started reading a couple of them, and she has you.
Yeah.
You're in the comic a
Oh
couple
yeah.
of times.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool. I was so
Yeah, yeah.
jealous.
That is very
I'm like,
cool.
all I want to be
She has
is
some
a
cool
comic book
comics.
character.
I want to be a
So-
comic book
Yeah.
character. Yeah, White, you should write us in as little goons, like we
A
always
couple
play,
of little
grunts,
goons.
little grunts.
I can let her know. And then I'm working on a thing that I'm pitching somewhere. So it's a fun little
It's a fun time.
cartoon
to be,
show.
It's
So
a fun time to be Devin.
I don't know, man.
gonna
Booked
be
and
fun.
busy. Love
I'm
it.
excited. I'm excited.
All the links are in the description.
All
box.
links
Yeah,
that are
yeah.
in the description.
All
Of
links in the
course, you
description.
should go follow everywhere.
And you know what you should also do? Give us a like, a
Yeah.
comment.
You know what I always
Good
say.
Lord, you haven't done it yet. What are you doing with your
I don't
life?
even want to look you in the eye.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
If you haven't
Or
done
else.
any of them, you're a terrible person. And there's
It's so
there's no
sad.
way around it.
There's
It's
no
really,
living with yourself.
Exactly. If you're down on your luck, use it as good karma for yourself. Like beep. Simple.
Boom, boom, boom.
Just do it.
Similarly, if you're listening on Apple, Spotify, or
Apple, Android podcasts.
you press any and all buttons available to you.
If you're listening on a conch somewhere, you could do it. Put a shell up to your
it's just
ear.
you have to press 5 stars and leave a review. That'd be very sweet.
Be very lovely.
If you want other stuff, make sure you check out all of our other Ranky Pankies. They're all really fucking funny. Check out 3 Ways to Survive for like horror, creepy stuff starring Gus Burney, as always.
As
if you
always.
want 4 video game videos, we have another fucking Let's Play.
Another fucking Let's Play. And you better believe those 4 video game videos are pretty damn good.
Hell yeah.
I think they're okay.
Yeah, I think they
I
are
give them
good.
like 7 out of 10. Yeah.
They're fine.
Yeah,
I think they're pretty okay. Devin, man, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.
A fantastic
It was a
guest.
blast.
Thank y'all
man.
for having me.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Anything
you.
It's been
else?
fun.
I think we're good.
All
I
right,
think we're
guys.
good to wrap
See you
it
next
up.
week. Bye.
See ya.
Bye bye. It's Keenan Thompson. How'd I do it?